Hey everyone, it's Kyle with Copperhead. A lot of people have been asking about what changes we made to the robot for Pro League. So I want to do a quick overview to show you a little bit of what we've done. Keep in mind, we didn't have a lot of time to make all the changes we want. The good news is it's Copperhead. It doesn't need a lot of changes. It's a top 4 robot. It's beautiful and it's amazing. So we kind of got lucky there. But there were a few things we wanted to do. One, if you notice in a few fights, the axle popped off, and we didn't want that to ever happen again. So the axles used to be welded right on the face there, and just the weld on the inside. We decided that we wanted to key the axles in. So we put this key in. So now it inserts into the frame, and that allows us to weld the inside. But then on this axle, we actually added a chamfer in the middle here, and that allows us to get a TIG weld on the inside as well. So not only do these penetrate into the frame, but we welded on the outside as well as welded on the inside. So hopefully those axles will never come off again. One other thing you're gonna see is that the brace we changed. Now the brace used to have these 2 whiskers here. These were originally designed to deflect things away from the wheel, but after reviewing all the fights, we noticed they really weren't doing that. And in fact, they caused a hazard because they can bend in and pinch the wheel or break off and get caught up in something else. So we decided to get rid of those, save the weight, and just make these lightweight braces here. I think they also make it look more sleek. I mean, Copperhead's a snake. Like, let's make it look sleek and cool. On that note, I added these forks. It's one of my favorite changes. They look like fangs, and they're sleek. It's a snake. I hope they do well. I think they're gonna do well. So that's another change that we made, is the design to our forks. They get a little bit sharper and might help us get under. We'll see. One ease of life change we made is this collet here. It did sit flush, and we couldn't really weld, and it was hard to get it fitted in the exact position. So we keyed that in as well, and that gives us more surface area to get a full weld around that and keep that a lot more sturdy and a lot more consistent. One of the bigger changes we made, if you remember the huge fight, the weapon pulley guard got bent in and pinched the weapon pulley, and that caused a lot of problems in that fight. We never wanted that to happen ever again. So this is the old weapon guard. This is the new weapon guard. It's this thick instead of this thick. We also chamfered this end so we could fill it up with welds, and this gives us a ton more surface area to grab onto and keep that fixed. We also added a chamfer and welded on the inside too. So in theory, this will never be a problem again. It protects the belt guard more, and it's not gonna bend in ever again. Hopefully, we'll see on that. So that's a lot of the things that we've done to the frame and the outside. Internally, we've been working hard to do better cable management. We upgraded to these QS8 anti-spark connectors, as well as just added channels and routing for all the cable management inside the robot to help it easier to work on and repair. One of the other big changes is this was the last transmitter. Copperhead has always used kind of an airplane style transmitter with older protocols. We upgraded Copperhead this time around to full ELRS. James doesn't do well with the airplane style transmitters, so he likes the road style a lot better. So this is the transmitter we used. We added this Nomad backpack, and it pushes a lot of power and gives us a much stronger signal, so there's no risk of us losing connection in the box or dealing with interference or any of that stuff. So yeah, James drives here, forward, backward, and when he's running the weapon, he spins it and operates the weapon right here. So Copperhead can just be a one pilot robot, and in fact, we did that quite a bit at Pro League, so take a look for that. But yeah, so there's a few of the changes, but please watch our episode coming next week. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks for watching.